Hey, 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 how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. I remember waking up about 7.5 years ago. 7.5 years ago, I had felt as though for the last, I would say, 4 years, I had buried my head in the sand because I had felt like my life was over. Like all the dreams I had inside of me were just to be put down as childish fantasies, not something that would actually come to pass. I had sold all my personal development. I had given up the idea of starting my own thing. I was going to be a pharmacist for the rest of my life and be the best mother I could possibly be, and just try not to imagine what the dreams, just forget the dreams, forget the vision. It just didn't seem to be happening ever for me. I was stuck in place thinking, is this it? And yet I felt like, yeah, this was it. And then I woke up. That was 7.5 years ago. I finally woke up again and realized that if there was to be change, well, I woke up mostly because I was going to have to go back to full-time work and I didn't want to. Basically, I wanted to be doing my own thing, and I wanted to watch my children grow up. And so I woke up. I realized if anything is going to change, guess who is going to have to change it? It's going to have to be me. I had to wake up. And I had to transition from a place of feeling like my life was over to a place of realizing, actually, I'm a lot more powerful than I realize. Hey, Anissa, how you doing? And yes, it's been a journey, definitely a transitional kind of journey. And last year, I brought this program out called Transition for this same reason, that a lot of the people coming into my life, a lot of the clients I was dealing with, as well as some of the clients about to be clients and things, they were in a place where they needed to transition. They needed to transition from a place of strife and barrenness and struggle into a place of wholeness again, to remember their dreams, to remember who they were, to remember where they came from, to remember whose they were, to remember their connection with the divine, to remember that they were created to be powerful, you to remember. And that is what transition is all about. It's all about remembering who you are, coming back to a place of wholeness, of purpose, of prosperity in all areas of life, no longer settling for the lack and the barrenness and the struggle, recognizing that actually there's another way, that there's another way. And so transition takes you through this. I call it a 40-day spiritual journey that takes you from that place where you are right now, where you feel a bit stuck. It's not that you haven't experienced success. You know what? As a pharmacist, it's not that I was dying or anything. Although some people might be in a place where you do feel like you're dying. And frankly, at the time, I did feel like I was dead inside. I went through 4.5 years of what I call the blank. Basically, where I really felt dead inside. I really felt depressed. I'd gone bankrupt. See, before this period started, I'd gone bankrupt. And then I went into this deep depression for that 4-year period, where really the only lights in my life at that point were my immediate family, my children that seemed to be popping out quite quickly at that point, and, and my husband. Transition into your talents and gifts, absolutely. But this is it, I'd forgotten what I was capable of, or more to the point, it's not that I'd forgotten, I just felt it was a fantasy. I felt like I tried and I couldn't seem to get where I needed to go, and so I'd just given up a bit at that point, except I got to the end of that period and realized, it's up to me, man. I'm gonna have to change. And this program actually even also came out of a time of reading through, there's a part in the Bible that talks about what's it called, the Israelites, and how they were in a place, theirs was like 400 years or something, basically, according to this spiritual text. It was like 400 years in this place of struggle, of barrenness, of wondering when all the dreams and visions that they'd been given, that they'd had inside of them, would come to pass. And so I'm speaking to you, the spiritual person who feels stuck, who feels this lack, who feels as though you had a big calling on you. Yes, it is up to you, Anissa. Oh yeah. you felt or feel as though you had a big calling on your life and you did your best, you've done your best, you've experienced some success, but there's not the breakthrough that you've been looking for, and now you feel a little bit in a stuck place. This transition program is for you, okay? It is for you. It's a 40-day thing where every day, 5 days on, 2 days off, 5 days on, you'll be receiving some little task from me, which will help you, one, to reconnect with the divine, okay? Whatever that is to you, your higher power, your intuition, reconnect with that, because that is where your true wisdom comes from, inside of you. Not all this, looking everywhere and looking at what everybody else is doing, or just going along with the plans other people had for you, or going along with whatever people need you to do to build their own visions and things like that. Yeah, how do you become unstuck when you're doing everything possible? You may be doing everything possible with your physical hands, but I am almost absolutely certain that there is a root that needs to be shifted inside of you, and that will come from getting clear about what that thing is. What is that root? I did a live stream yesterday about one of my roots that I had to clear, actually, and you might want to read that. It's the live stream that I won before this one, so have a look at that after I'm done here. But there's always a way to get unstuck, because that's the thing about us in this community. We work hard. Okay? So yeah, you do everything possible, but if you don't have this extra, source universe kind of unlimited supply thing, which comes from inside of you for sure, because you know what, you're God, you're well together and everything. So, but if you're not tapping into it because of some of the hurts of the past, possibly, because you don't trust as much as you think you do, okay? Because some stuff has happened that has kept you stuck. And we want to clear that stuff. That is what this program helps you do as well. So we're going to be going through a period of going through connection, okay? So we're reconnecting with the divine because we want everything to come from that place of wisdom inside of you. Then we'll be getting clear on what you feel your life is to be about. And then we'll be getting clear of the stuff that is holding you in place, okay? So we want to clear all of that nonsense. We're going to clear all of that nonsense, and I give you different strategies to actually clear the nonsense inside of you. So, I mean, it's not, we all have that stuff. We grew up in crazy, we've had crazy childhoods or whatever thing, or you've had relationships that kind of slightly broke you, okay? Whatever it is, you have something that needs clearing, and as you shift that, especially in connection with the divine, with your intuition, you can then go on to take action. Now, what we mostly do in this community is take action until you get burnt out and you realize this ain't working. I'm saying, honey, it's time to transition from a place of struggle, of barrenness, of strife, into a place of wholeness, peace, prosperity. And that is what transition is about. And I'm really excited to run this program with you guys again, starting from this next Thursday. So not this Thursday come in, but we're starting that Thursday. So you have from now till then to get your spot at a significant discount, okay? So this is a period of time where I will be telling you about it. I want you to come in because this will help you to make that transition from wherever you are right now to the next level for you. And the crazy thing is that we will be jumping on the phone. Some of the bonuses here is that we'll be jumping on the phone. One of the first 10, you and me one-on-one. If you're not one of the first 10, or even if you're one of the first 10, you'll also be jumping on the phone as part of our empowerment calls. So every single week in that 8 weeks that we work together, okay? So that this program becomes more than you just listening to something and then and it will have its impact with you listening to it, absolutely, and doing the work, because every little day I give you some little tasks to do so that we start to change things, okay? So yes, you'll do that, but then you'll also jump on the phone and get that personal touch. We'll agree stuff with you, because where two or more agree on anything, honey, it is done. It is done. So come, join in transition. Let me actually put the link in here. Go and have a look. You will know if it's right for you. You'll absolutely know. Don't second guess. You've already done that. I used to do that so much. When I got serious, came out of my 4-year rubbish, the blank as I call it, I jumped straight on working with somebody to help me get clear. And yeah, here we are. So it worked, man. But yes, anyway, the life I live now, the things I get to do, it was all the stuff that I thought I wouldn't be able to do. And yet, because I came back I allowed myself to wake up, remember who I am. I got the support I needed. Life completely changed. Life completely changed, okay? And that can be your story too. That can be your story too. It's time to make the transition. Are you ready? So go and have a look at it. It's at rosemarynoninight.com/40-day transition. And it is time to transition into a place of wholeness, peace, prosperity in all areas of your life. This isn't just about business or career. It's about your relationships, about your family stuff. It's about your health. It's about your spirituality. We're going to transition you as a whole person. Okay, you ready for this? Okay, rosemarynoninight.com/40-day transition. So excited to do this with you guys again. It'd be so great to work with you to bring you to that place of woohoo. Is that a word? I don't care. I just made it. Okay, until the next time, guys, go and have a look at that. Share this with somebody else. Much amazing, amazing, amazing love. The queen is leaving the building. Much love.